Today on Oregon News, a recent study done by Portland State University estimates that Oregon has 4 million residents. We also look at if there are enough bilingual programs and educators in Oregon. Good evening, I'm Erica Rodriguez. Oregon is working to overcome a shortage of bilingual programs and educators. In 2014, there were 80 bilingual programs in the state of Oregon. As more school districts in the state grow their bilingual programs, they are running into trouble finding teachers. Many districts are recruiting teachers even before they graduate. In Eugene, 4 out of the 18 elementary schools in the district are bilingual. The 4 schools are demonstrating that the bilingual programs they offer are successfully working. According to research done by Dr. Audrey Lucero at the University of Oregon, all students benefit by learning a second language at a young age. The programs offer academic and social benefits.
It's good for kids to be in a language environment with children who speak other languages because they can be a resource for each other. Those work really well. Unfortunately, only a very small percentage of Oregon students are in those schools because there aren't very many of them.
The students who are benefiting from the bilingual programs in Eugene are learning in French, Spanish, and Japanese, even though Oregon's Department of Education has reported difficulty finding bilingual teachers to fill openings at mostly the elementary level. They are working to ensure that the programs continue to grow for the bilingual students that need them. For this coming school year, teachers from Spain and Mexico were hired. Also more recently this year, the Oregon Department of Education remodeled and relaunched their website to appeal to potential bilingual educators. In other state news, Oregon has reached 4 million residents, according to population research done at Portland State University. The last time that Oregon hit a population milestone was back in 1993, when according to the U.S. Census, there were 3 million residents in Oregon. The Research Center at Portland State University recorded the number back in July. Portland State population expert Risa Plohl explains that the number indicates a healthy economy for Oregon. She also adds that the state is very attractive to people, since 80% of the population growth is from migration. Portland State University estimates that state population is expected to hit 5 million sometime in the 2030s. Oregon really could see more migration. Governor Kate Brown has responded to accepting refugees from Syria. Since the start of the civil war in Syria, the U.S. has accepted 2,500 refugees from Syria, and about half of that number are children. After the attacks in Paris last week, many governors throughout the country quickly expressed their views on welcoming Syrian refugees. Many took to social media as a platform. Today, Governor Kate Brown made an announcement through her Twitter account. Governor Brown wrote that refugees seek safe haven and Oregon will continue to open the doors of opportunity to them. She also tweeted that the words on the Statue of Liberty apply in Oregon just as they do in every other state. Coming up next after the break, we will look at how Eugene officials are considering a change to the overnight sleeping program for the homeless. Also after the break, we see if the fog will clear out or if there will be more rain on the way. Stay tuned as we look at the weather forecast for today and the next few days.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back. We begin with looking at possible changes to the overnight sleeping program in Eugene. The city's ban on overnight sleeping on public property could see some changes in the coming weeks leading into the winter months. Homeless advocates at yesterday's city council meeting argued that the city's current plan forces homeless people to set up in the dark and be out in the cold during the winter months. City council members discussed approving a pilot program that would extend the hours that allow homeless individuals to sleep overnight at approved locations. The pilot program would allow organizations and businesses to offer their property as approved locations for people to camp on overnight. It would be legal for the individuals to camp at the approved locations from 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. Under the current program, they are allowed to camp at the approved locations from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. Moving on to the weather forecast. Overall in Eugene, it has been a cloudy Tuesday, a high of 58 and low of 47. Light fog is expected going into the late afternoon. For Wednesday, it will be more foggy than cloudy with rain going into Thursday. That is all for today. Thank you for joining us on Oregon News. Have a great afternoon.